Hey, what's good, fam? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Back with another post-spring observation video. Today, we're talking about Brian Robinson, 6'1", 228 pounds out of beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. But before we continue, definitely hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. We appreciate you more than you know. We're going to do this video how we've conducted our past videos. 3 things that we learned after spring football, post 2 question marks going into the football season, and make 1 prediction. And leading off, he's going to be the guy at Alabama, clearly. You look to all the running backs that Alabama has on the roster, it's almost too much talent, right? I mean, we've talked about the running back room again and again. Alabama is going to give every single opportunity to Brian Robinson to lead this team to greatness in 2021. We've already known he's a leader on the team, the quiet lead by example type, and he's ready to continue that lineage of great Alabama running backs. He did not play in the spring game. However, when you look to the overall production that Brian Robinson is at Alabama, what more does he need to prove? Sitting behind Najee Harris last year, Brian Robinson still had a productive year with 483 yards. In fact, how much experience does Brian Robinson have? Going into this season, he's already played in 52 career games, all right? The second thing that we learned about Alabama running back Brian Robinson is that he's showing these younger running backs on the roster what it takes to be great. Look at the continued progression by Roydell Williams, Jace McClellan, some of these younger guys on Alabama's roster. With Robinson showing these guys the way, even with Alabama losing running backs coach Charles Huff, Brian Robinson can be that coach to lead by example, to show these running backs what it takes to be productive at this next level. The play of Roydell Williams and Jace McClellan, of course, those guys are going to naturally progress, but when they have someone to follow, someone to kind of emulate like Brian Robinson, those guys are only going to continue to progress. Now, I think the third thing that we learned after spring football is that Brian Robinson returned for his extra senior season to really improve his stock. It's really a no-brainer when the NCAA allowed for these players to come back for an extra senior season, that this is going to allow Brian Robinson to create more value for himself. That is something that Nick Saban is always talking about. Find a way to create value for yourself, or find a way to create even more value for yourself, with Brian Robinson still being the main man. I want to get your thoughts inside the comment box. The second thing that we're going to ask going into the actual season, it's been clear with past Alabama running backs that they're built for the NFL, right? Do you think long-term Brian Robinson has enough upside to contribute in the league? I do, and it's important to not forget how he played against Ohio State in the national championship game last season. He ran for 70 yards off only 10 carries. Najee Harris, who was a Doak Walker winner, and we all know that he's about to be selected in the NFL draft, rushed for 83 yards against Ohio State off 22 carries. So I think it shows that Brian Robinson can contribute against any defense, whether that's college and I think eventually in the NFL. Now, here's my prediction for the 2021 season regarding Brian Robinson. With 100% certainty, Brian Robinson is everything that Alabama needs in their backfield. Big, strong, imposing back that has the experience to shine in big games and provide that leadership that will spill over to some of these running backs. And I think he's going to show that he's a playmaker. I don't think when you look at Brian Robinson, some of us have only seen him in red zone situations, or, you know, he has that power, he has that burst. Look, this guy has enough speed, enough burst to break off big runs. And I think with this offensive line, once everything kind of gels together and you have that offensive line rhythm, I think that Brian Robinson is going to showcase that he's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Hey, I want to get your take inside the comment box. What do you think about Brian Robinson, and what are your expectations for him going into the 2021 season? Love to hear from you inside the comment box. Thank you very much for watching this video. Definitely hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. We appreciate you more than you know. And as you know, it's only $2.99 per month to support this channel. Just click the join button at the bottom of this video. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back on our next video right here on BamaInsider.com.